Chapter 5. Everything's cheaper in Panama. Location strategy value. Wealth. When the economy collapsed in 2009, nearly 9 million Americans lost their jobs. Susanna Perkins, 56, was one of them. She was left unemployed when the attorney she'd been working for closed up shop. In a case of worst timing ever, her husband, Mark, had quit his electrical engineering job a few years earlier to get a master's degree and pivot into teaching middle school science. But the recession hit within a few months of his graduation, and the nearby Florida school districts laid off more than 3,000 teachers. Mark couldn't even pick up shifts as a sub. At age 60, he started working as a bicycle courier on the streets of downtown Orlando. With essentially no retirement savings between them, they'd raided Mark's IRA to pay for graduate school, then cashed it in entirely to cover living expenses after the economic collapse. Their financial situation was dire. At this point, I wasn't going to find a job, Susanna recalled, and we had to do something. We were hemorrhaging what little savings we had. Living abroad had been a recurring fantasy of Susanna's. Even before their finances imploded, the Perkinses talked about spending time overseas in retirement, partly to immerse themselves in a foreign culture, partly to save money. Now it had turned into something else, the most obvious and immediate way to stop their economic freefall. So they moved to Central America. Las Tablas, Panama, specifically. It's a town of 10,000 along Ecuador's southern coastline, where the beach beckoned from 10 minutes away and mangoes fell from shade trees into the street. There, the Perkinses found a fully furnished 3-bedroom house for $400 a month in rent. Just $3 of propane powered their gas stove for 3 months. They paid less for high-speed internet than they did back in Florida. Groceries were cheaper, too, as long as you avoided spendy imported American goods like bottled salad.